Hello and welcome, Life Steppers. I have a really good training today. It's one that truly changed my life. It's one that really helped me to just become more effective, to speed up my speed up implementation and allow me to just do more in life, and not spend hours and years trying to figure out what do I do, what's the best thing. Like this really helped me expedite the time it takes me to make decisions. Um, Before I share with you guys some of the gems, I want to go over our guiding principles so that we can remember what we're all about and what we stand on. Let's see. Is that zooming in? Yeah, there we go. We fill our cups first by honoring our physical, mental, and spiritual health through self-mastery, movement, nutrition, community, and personal development.
We model behaviors, habits, and attitudes that demonstrate excellence.
By developing individuals, we strengthen families that elevate communities.
We believe that integrity, love, and principles are the foundation of both a great business and life.
We are committed to creating generational health and wealth for our community and beyond.
We continually expand our organization by providing the most effective and highest quality products and services available.
Everything rises and falls on leadership. The measure of an effective leader is not how many serve them, it is how many people they can serve. All right, awesome. So, like I mentioned, we're doing decision making today. And I want to start off by sharing a couple of videos that I think can be helpful in just expanding your mind when it comes to what a decision can be and how you can really expedite it. So I'm going to share a couple of videos, 45 seconds each. One from Jeff Bezos, you know, he's done a couple of big things, and also Alex Hormozy, a video from him as well. And the reason I'm sharing these videos is because people have done really big business. And in big business, it's important to make decisions quickly. You're actually making more decisions than when you're not. So I wanted to share these videos with you guys, and I'm going to dive into my training as well.
The wrong decision, if it's a two-way door decision, you walk out the door, you pick a door, you walk out, you spend a little time there, it turns out to be the wrong decision, you can come back in and pick another door. Some decisions are so consequential and so important, and it's hard to reverse, that they really are one-way door decisions. You go in that door, you're not coming back. And those decisions have to be made very deliberately, very carefully. If you can think of yet another way to analyze the decision, you should slow down and do that. I often found myself in the position of being the chief slowdown officer because somebody would be bringing me a one-way door decision. And it's okay, I can think of 3 more ways to analyze that. So let's go do that. Because we are not going to be able to reverse this one easily. Maybe you can reverse it, but it's going to be very costly and very time consuming. We really have to get this one right from the beginning. If you
Just masterful. I also want to emphasize that he touches on in this same interview later on that yes, there's decisions that are once you cross that door, you literally you cross that door. You can't go back and try to open the next door. But most decisions that we make in our everyday life are not that consequential. A lot of them are a lot like smaller than we really perceive. This man's talking about bringing human beings to space. He's talking about really big things. A lot of the time, it's like, should I use this caption or this other caption? Those decisions are inconsequential, so you could always reverse them. Is my point. So really good on Bezos, and that interview is fantastic. I highly recommend listening to it. It's with Dr. I don't remember his name, but if you message me after this, I could definitely send it to you. It's a really good conversation with Bezos. He hasn't done many podcasts, so if you can literally look up Bezos on a podcast, and you can probably find him. So it'll be pretty easy. Then this one's a really good one. This is all about life, and I wanted to touch on this a little
So if
bit.
you're in the position of trying to figure out what
Because
you
I
want,
know a lot of people are going to be in a team are trying to figure out what to do with life. Like they're probably presented to a new opportunity, and they're like everything's like upside down. So I wanted to share with you guys this one, just so you can also understand.
so if you're in the position of trying to figure out what you want to do with your life, one of the easiest ways to decide is figure out how big the opportunity is and cut out everything that's below what actual goal you want to have in your life. I had a mentor tell me, if the thing isn't going to make you $1 billion in your career, then it's not worth putting your attention to. It's not that I can't make money doing X, Y, or Z. It's of all of the things I could possibly do, if all of them take time, why not go and pursue the one that has the highest potential upside? So when you start pursuing an opportunity, make sure it's the biggest one, and then that way nothing below that line ever distracts you from your ultimate goal. For you, it might not be $1 billion, but pick whatever number feels realistically attainable to you, and then draw a line and say, nothing below that am I going to pursue. So if you're in the position.
And this is why we're doing 2 Hormozi episodes, because he is a master at decision making, and he talks about drawing that line and literally cutting off completely. If you have 2 opportunities, if you decide on going on one side, you completely cut off the other opportunity, and that's it. Like he talks about how if you are still thinking and deciding, or juggling the idea, you're kind of on the fence, you haven't decided yet. He talks about decision is literally deciding, like you cutting off the other decision, so that it's easier because you decided this is the thing that you're going to do. And if you feel like, oh, maybe I should do that, then you got to take a step back, because you haven't really decided. And it's important to decide. Otherwise, you're going to half-ass everything that you do in life. So last video, again, last Hormozi video. This is from TikTok. I literally had to dive deep for this one.
You can move.
This was this is the interview he did with Chris Williamson. I actually do remember this podcaster. And he again talks about decision, and just listen to this, Jeff.
You can move through life at 7 times the rate of other people by simply changing when you say you're going to make a decision from end of week to end of day. So think about how that stacks up. So it's like, let's say that there were 4 decisions that you needed to make. If the normal person takes a week to make the decision, and then their mind moves on to the next thing that they have anxiety for, and start making that decision and decide another week, decide another week, decide another week. It's a month to make those 4 decisions. Whereas the Superman takes 1 decision day 1, second decision day 2, third decision day 3, fourth decision day 4. They aren't even finished the week yet, and they're where the other person is at the end of the month. How is that guy so young and he's achieved X, Y, and Z? Well, what takes you a month to make a decision, we make in an hour. And then the next hour, I make another decision that takes you your next month. And so like, that's how you can go 30 times or 100 times faster than the quote average person who's overweight, has $1,000 in their bank account, and is going to die at 70.
You need to say more. Come on. That's my point. Like, so many people are so caught up on like, oh, I gotta wait, let me think about it, and next week we're gonna be diving into objections, of course. But I wanna just touch on this, because a lot of people get so caught up on, oh, I gotta make the right decision, and a lot of the things that they're deciding on are inconsequential, are things that are not that big of a deal, like whether it is the color of the wall or like what shirt you're gonna wear. It's things that are inconsequential, like the things that are really they're not life or death. And a lot of the time, and if he's life or death, like you gotta call 911. You don't not dealing with that on your own. You're not a doctor or a police officer, so it's like a lot of stuff is not really consequential like that. So, I wanted to give you this hack because I found that for me, I'm doing things that I see people are doing in their 40s and 50s because they took so long to decide. Like it doesn't take 10 years to get to the other side. It takes 10 years for you to decide to become that person. So when you make the decision of who you're going to be, then you can move forward. And this is the homework that I want to leave you guys with today is, first of all, get clear on your values, like really figure out what matters to you the most, like what kind of life you want to live. Kenny did a great job talking about, visualizing and having, a board to like really be clear on what you want. But when it comes to decisions, I want you guys to start thinking about it differently. Personally, I like to think about it from this mind frame. I think to myself, I am the kind of person that. So I have my values, right? And then the next step on basically integrating the values with me is I am the kind of person that blank. So I literally just think of scenarios and then also practice in the real world. So think of a scenario. Let's see. Okay, so I get in a fender bender. How am I going to react to that? I am the kind of person that stays calm under stressful situations. So I'm going to be calm. I'm going to be collected. I'm going to be respectful regardless, because I am the kind of person that is blank, blank, blank. So I think of that all of the time. And if I'm in a situation, I was like, oh, should I get this workout in? Should I do this? What kind of person am I? I am the kind of person that prioritizes my health. Is this going to promote my health? Am I hurting myself here, or am I actually improving myself? And like that literally makes it easy for me to decide because I'm like, okay, what kind of person am I? And the same thing when it comes to making business decisions or decisions within my family. What kind of person am I? And I've done it many, many times where I write down a list. I am the kind of person that blank. I am the kind of person that blank. I'm the kind of person that blank. I'm the kind of person that's always on time. I'm the kind of person that's always prepared. And that really helps to frame your behavior. And then any situation that arises, stressful situation, happy situation, sad situation, unexpected situation, you have a frame that allows you to be effective and productive and not get all emotional in the situations and still be able to stay in alignment with your values. Because a lot of the time people make really a lot of emotional decisions, and those are usually not logical or objective. And it puts them in a really tough situation because they end up having to go back and be like, I didn't see the whole picture. Because when you're making emotional decisions, you're blinded. You're kind of like in the zone. You don't really see the whole board. So I think that's it. That's all I wanted to share with you guys. Like I think that so many people get stuck on decisions, and I wanted to bless you guys when decision making, and you can also do this for. We talked about self-image and I ams, like the I ams. You can decide what your I ams are. I remember 2 years ago I decided I am an author, so I wrote a book. Like and as soon as I made a decision, I immediately did the thing to begin stacking the evidence to prove to myself and my brain that I am who I say I am. And yeah, so that's it. I hope this is helpful because it really helped me a lot. And I feel like that's something that I notice makes me different from a lot of people. And also I feel like I'm in alignment with high performance in that we are fast at decision making because we're clear on our values and we know how we want to approach life. Okay, was that helpful? Was that clear?
Yes, sensei.
Okay. Any questions about anything that I said?
No, it's pretty straightforward.
No, I imagine that's probably not an issue for you. You're a decision maker yourself, so that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Anything that you'd like to add though when it comes to decision making? Maybe how you approach decision making? There's multiple frames, just one.
Yeah, I think speed is probably the most important thing, especially if you're young, because you could just make mistakes and then, you're young, you screw up and then learn from there.
Yeah, that's so good. I didn't mention that. That's such a good point. Yeah. That's something that I've been told too. It's like, hey, like you're freaking young. Like go and fuck up now so that you don't have to worry about it. Like once you have children and you have 100,000 employees like Jeff Bezos, your decisions have a lot more weight to them. Right now, it's really irrelevant. Like you'll be fine. You can fuck up and you'll be back on your feet and you'll be okay. All right. Well, so let's finish up with a little bit of a mastermind. Let's go over challenges and wins. I'll let you go first, Mr. Kenny Orwella.
We already talked about the challenge, little fender bender.
Oh, yeah. Life challenge.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
Let's see, what's a win for today? Oh, I recorded I think how would I say it? Like a genuinely good piece of content today, I think.
Okay, I got you. It feels good. I know that feeling.
Yeah, like I feel like I don't know, I've been trying to follow a template for a while and really get the algorithm, and I think I did it pretty well today. It just took a little bit more work than usual.
For sure, quality. I love it. That's good. I think I feel the same way. I think the post I made today, I feel the same way. I was like, you know what? I did a good thing here. This is good. This is good. So that's what's up. That's what's up. Challenge, I would say the business life, bro. Like the whole like the all of the things that come like I'm talking to clinics that I'm gonna be working with. I'm gonna be training their staff and setting up the pricing and also talking about bulk pricing and how I'm gonna like all of that stuff. It's definitely challenging, but I do say that I feel so blessed that we have the internet And I not only have access to like infinite resources, but I also have access to infinite mentors that I can tap into and just reach out. And if I'm not sure from the information that I got from my own research, I can always tap in with them and just double check and make sure my things are in alignment. And yeah, that's definitely helpful. But the amount of moving pieces is wild. And I'm so excited because I'm already like focusing on hiring new people and like delegating. But it's definitely a challenge. It's a really, really fun challenge. I'm not gonna lie. I'm enjoying it a lot. And when I would say, yeah, I mean, what would be a good one? I want to keep it business related. Yeah, social media, like especially with everything that I have going on and like all the things that I'm doing, still making sure that I'm continuously posting on social media and then also responding to my messages and reaching out to people. That's been really, I'm like low key proud of myself because it's been just part of my routine, something that I'm just doing all the time. And I'm pretty sure I have like 3 messages that I haven't replied to right now, which is amazing. That never happens. Now I gotta shut up because it's probably gonna be 15. But I'll say that's a big win. And that's what it's all about, like really integrating what we do into our lifestyle. So yeah, like it feels good. It feels good. Let's end it there though. I think it was a really, really fun call. And I think that the things that I shared on here are things that are really, really important for today's world where we have a million decisions to make every second of the world. I want to just emphasize that most of them are inconsequential. And the ones that are consequential, they don't require 3 months for you to decide on. Because a lot of the time you just require more information. And once you have the information, decide. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day or night. If you have any questions, drop it in the comments below.